Hi, I'm Chocolate Lover here, and I'm collaborating with Teapro today. I've got Tom, the CEO, and I've got Tatiana, the marketing officer of Teapro, trying pairing with chocolate and tea.
Well, the first pairing that we're gonna do is gonna be with Dragonwell green tea and this white chocolate, which has got lime and coconut in it. We thought, because Dragonwell has this nutty, sort of like slightly roasty aroma, I think that it will balance each other out, because it's a little bit kind of like an opposite spectrum of things, but it's still very, very, very subtle and mellow taste. So I think it will really work well together. So I'm quite excited. All right, maybe.
Should I talk about the?
Yeah. I was thinking that.
So the packaging.
Hello and welcome to an amazing crossover video between Teapro and Chocolate Lover. Chocolate Lover, Joseph here, is joining us to do a tea and chocolate pairing. So this is the first time we've ever done a tea and chocolate pairing. Yeah. And maybe the first you've done it as well?
Yeah, I've never done tea and chocolate pairing because I think they do go well together. They like eat chocolate. I sometimes have a cup of tea in the mornings. I don't eat chocolate a lot in the mornings, but when I do, it kind of a good balance. It gives a good balance to taste buds and the body.
Yeah. So these ones I think are from Windsor, which is where we're based, and we decided to pick out 3 teas that we believe might go well with them. We actually haven't tried the chocolate ourselves yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how well it goes together. So the teas that we've picked out is Dragonwell green tea.
This is the middle one.
Yes, and then we've got the Rose Puer Torcha in here.
These are wrapped so they won't look like this when they're in the cup, but this is their packaging.
They look a bit like sweets. I thought
they do. I was
like,
it's
wait,
tea.
Let's take a look at one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Grab one.
Oh. Grab one, yeah. It's you kind of unwrap it, and then the last one is our amazing wild Wooey Mountain black tea. So
it has brought us 3 incredible chocolates from Windsor today, which is where we're based. We haven't even tried these chocolates before, but we're super excited about pairing them with some amazing teas. Joseph, we've maybe discussed a little bit earlier, but you seem to enjoy the way tea allows you to cut some of the sugariness away from some of the chocolates that you try.
Yeah, like when I try like Tony's and some other chocolate brands, I like in the mornings or the afternoons, or when I'm finishing work, I kind of just want to have a nice relaxing time. And the thing when you eat a lot of sugar, you have that kind of build up, but then when you have the tea, it kind of cuts the build up, and it just nice relax. It gives a relaxing time in the mouth and the body, and I think it's nice and joyful pairing. I think with tea and something nutritious, and also chocolate can be nutritious depending on what chocolates you get.
There's going to be a lot of chocolate fans out there, but what about chocolate for you made you excited to get into chocolate?
I got into chocolate because I've always loved chocolate, and during the pandemic when there was like no jobs around, I was thinking I might as well get on the bandwagon and create a YouTube video to educate, inspire and innovate people's minds about how chocolate, ethical chocolate is very important, even for an environment. Like, people don't think, I say, I'm paying, £4 for a bar. That £4, quite a lot goes to the farmers, and it helps the environment because they also look after the environment. Love Cacao, they do Rainforest Alliance, and Rainforest Alliance, reforest areas was being deforested. So they help the environment, and this is the thing about it, it's helping the planet as well. You're helping the people, the animals, the species. Like, some chocolates have palm oil. It's like Cadbury's. They say they're ethical, but they have, Cacao Life and, fair trade. But then you look at the ingredients, palm oil. Where does palm oil go from? Borneo. And what happens to Borneo? There's orangutans and deforestation. And
Do you think there's a trend towards the bigger chocolate producers being the worst? Or do you think it's how do you pick an ethical coffee brand, if that makes sense?
Well, to pick an ethical company, it's kind of like trying pairing with chocolate and tea and how well they will come together.
Yeah. Let's get started.
Because it really does show the lime. So if I was walking past this, I would say, oh, this could be the lime colour because of the light green. And also at the back, it tells you about the company and about, as they're like basically from they were doctors and they're talking about the using real ingredients and they're not using palm oil, which is pretty good, and using antioxidants.
Big up Dr Choc's.
Yeah, definitely Dr Choc's all the way.
And that lime colour.
Oh. Yeah,
green tea.
Yeah, green tea.
I'm not sure if we were just somehow colour connected there, but it seems to make sense to me.
And the cacao's from Dominican Republic and Peru. And also, it has a quite interesting facts about the history of chocolate. As some of my subscribers will know, if you go to one of my first video, I did a video. The first video was the history of chocolate. And how, from the cacao tree. And it gives you actually where from the cacao tree to Windsor's Castle Factory. Absolutely fantastic. Also, it also has like the ingredients are kind of in.
As well?
Okay. So when I went to the shop, I saw the green colour and it was like lime. I was like instantly knew that's a lime colour. So I just knew that was a lime. So then I looked at the ingredients and it's lime and coconut, which is interesting. I think it's quite interesting, lime and coconut, because it has the hard of coconut to the nice tangy citrus taste. And also, this chocolate is from Peru and Dominican Republic. And it's interesting because you think this is just a one little package, but when you open it up, it has a whole treasure trove of information from the cacao tree to the factory. There's also a history of the chocolate as well, which is pretty good because if you guys know that my first video was the history of chocolate and how I went from like beginning of who found the chocolate bean to now.
Yeah, guys, so if you're not following Chocolate Lover yet, check out his first video. Let's just try it. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Wow. Look how thin it is. It's amazing.
That is crazy. So it's so thin. It's like really thin. And also, then it's not really a bar. It's just like chunks of bits of chocolate.
I literally can't wait to try this chocolate. So excited.
I'm going to start with tea, and then I'm going to have chocolate.
All right, let's do that because then. All right, so let's observe the notes.
So in our tea subscription, we have a Tea Tasting Like a Pro insert that you get with your first box. So usually when you're tasting tea, you're doing something a little bit differently than pairing. So today, we're not going to taste the tea like a pro. We haven't done the dry leaf, so usually we would inspect the dry leaf. You would also look at the liquor, you look at the wet leaf. You can do a little bit of that just to pick up the, it's a very orchidy, grassy, dewy flavour that comes off of the wet leaf.
It does, yeah.
And also off the liquor. You can see that it's a light, sort of yellow-green liquor, and in terms of the tasting,
it's very refreshing aroma as well, I would say.
It's very like mellow, kind of just relax. It's like being in a field and just in a summer's day and just looking outside.
I agree. Like, one of my favourite aromas.
Something about that. Some of that. You sit there, you're like looking out the area and just drinking this tea. You're like,
you feel the freshness of like almost like spring, and you feel the. For me, it somehow also reminds me of like freshly cut grass, and like this sort of slightly like sweet hay aroma, and
it's like going to like that, like the hay, like the farms, like going through farm pastures and just having that.
And I imagine that this sort of like freshness and sweetness of it will really pair super well with chocolate. So let's try it.
So the smell of this chocolate is really tangy, lime, I mean, you can't smell the coconut because the lime literally taking over that coconut. It's like, you know, I'm here, you're there, we're going to be doing this.
You can taste that coconut when eating,
Wow.
but when the smelling it's not so obvious. But it tastes, the coconut really comes through on the taste, and the lime kind of just gradually takes a back seat as you eat that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, one goes ahead and then one then goes back, and then you have the grinded, because this is mostly looks like coconut.
Right. It's literally, I just tried it and I was like, oh my god, there's like paradise, like heaven in your mouth. It goes so well together.
That's crazy how well that goes.
We did it.
And it's not the same flavour, but it's a complementary flavour that they both seem to create a sort of between themselves a tropical feeling of being on a beach, of relaxing, of having nature around you, but different flavours from nature that you can pull upon.
And I have to say, for the people who don't drink alcohol, this is a good way of getting a mojito without a mojito.
Yeah, true. It's got these tropical vibes to it. I actually am so impressed because we haven't tried the chocolate before, and we just kind of like thought about, you know, what would possibly go well with white chocolate and lime and coconut, and actually it's like really spot on. I love it.
This is like heaven. Just have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Have this. It just relaxes you. And it's getting colder these days, so having some chocolate and some nice warm hot brew.
Yeah. I think it transports you to like holiday destination, like a little beach. You just close your eyes and imagine that you just like, as you said, sipping a mojito.
Mojito, exactly. And it's cheaper than a mojito, and it doesn't contain alcohol, so you know.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good. I actually can't stop eating this and drinking the tea. This is so good.
It's a weirdly good combination. It shouldn't be that good. I don't know why it is that the sugar kind of makes you feel a little bit like a party, but then the tea cuts through all of that sugar afterwards, and it just becomes a total meal almost. You're enjoying every part of it as one. You've got the sugar just dying off, you've got the tea coming back and just cleansing that taste bud, and go on.
It's got 47 grams per 100 grams of sugar.
Okay.
Which is
that a lot? I don't even know.
It's quite high, pretty high. But as I was saying, like at the start, was like the tea, and this is what I think, you have something quite sugary, but then when you have a tea, it kind of counterbalances, it kind of cuts down that sugar. It's like having, you know, when you have something fairly a heavy meal, and then you have something like a cup of tea, it kind of, it washes basically your palate, washes your body.
I think what's going to be interesting about this limed versus some of the other teas and the other chocolates we've got is that these are quite fresh, light flavours that don't get too bitter either. A lot of green tea is quite bitter and it can be quite astringent, and this actually is very fresh, and it seems to complement all of those fresh flavours of coconut and lime that come out of the chocolate really well.
And it's very interesting because the coconut, even on the chocolate itself, you can see so much just grounded up chocolate. Grounded up coconut. But then you have that nice, like obviously like they use lime juice, so you can't really see that. But usually sometimes with chocolate, when they have like a flavour like mango, for example, it will have that mango white chocolate. It's kind of, it looks a bit discoloured. White chocolate. It's not like white chocolate.
True, yeah.
It looks a bit discoloured. So maybe the lime does something to the chocolate.
Yeah, it's true. It's super cool.
I think what's nice is your passion for chocolate seems very similar to our passion for tea.
Yeah, I agree.
And
this is like
just hearing about all the stories and hearing about your desire to actually only have the ethical, high quality chocolates as well. It's a really exciting parallel world that seems to be, just like tea, quite ubiquitous. Like everyone knows chocolate, everyone knows tea, but the different cultural and taste differences that you get depending on where you source your tea and chocolate, it's really exciting. And I think that is an absolute win from a pairing point of view.
Yeah.
Lime and coconut and Longjing green tea, also known as Dragonwell.
Sorry, baby, do it again. I keep switching this off because because there's no battery.
Oh, I'm playing to it.
Go on. And just do like how you did it with the...
Okay, cool. I think this first pairing is an absolute win between our lime and coconut white chocolate.
Thank you for watching, Chocolate Lover. I want to say a big thank you to the Teapros. It's been a big pleasure. I didn't know that you can actually pair tea with chocolate that well. And please like and subscribe. Also, I've got a store, a chocolate store, well, a merchandise store. I'll post all the links in the description. You can buy this t-shirt, there's mugs, there's masks, there's leggings, there's everything you want in the store. Christmas is coming up, good choice for gifts. And yeah, I'll just say thank you very much for having me and being able to come to Windsor.
Such a pleasure.
It's so good. This has just been amazing. I had a
Yay!
brilliant time, and I just hope everyone has a great weekend and a great week and a great life. And thank you for watching my video.
Bye!